Beloved friend, there are treasures of the soul that heaven has commanded you to guard. Not everything is meant to be spoken. Not every jewel is meant to be displayed. What you reveal can bless you, but what you keep in silence can protect you. The Spirit whispers a timeless secret. There are 5 things God said you must never tell to anyone. Why? Because your silence becomes your shield, and your mystery becomes your strength. And the very first of these is this: silence protects your prayers. Silence protects your prayers. When you bow your head in prayer, you are entering into the holiest dialogue that exists in this universe, the conversation between your soul and the infinite presence. This communion is sacred, personal, and divinely charged. The prayer you whisper is not just words, but vibrations released into the unseen, setting in motion laws far greater than the human mind can measure. Silence, therefore, becomes the guardian of this process. Think of a seed placed in the soil. If you dig it up every day to check its progress, you destroy its potential before it can break forth into life. In the same way, when you reveal every detail of your prayers to others, you risk exposing the fragile seed of your intention to doubt, ridicule, envy, or misunderstanding. Prayer flourishes in secrecy, for it is watered by faith and shielded by silence. Your prayer is not a performance. It is not meant for applause or validation. The Scripture says, "When you pray, go into your room, shut the door, and pray to your Father in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly." This divine command is eternal. God knows that the moment you expose your inner dialogue to careless listeners, you weaken the very power you are seeking to cultivate. Silence is a fortress. Within it, your prayers take root and grow strong. When you announce them prematurely, you invite the winds of doubt and the storms of negativity. Others may not understand the frequency of your faith. They may project their own fears upon your vision. They may ask, "Do you really think that's possible?" And with that question, the pure seed of your prayer becomes contaminated. Protect your prayers like a mother protects her unborn child. Protect your prayers like a mother protects her unborn child. With studic sorsi, consciously is your unborn child, and your origins or merishins apem chur varinixor. Silence also trains the heart. When you resist the urge to share every request, you cultivate inner discipline. You learn to rely not on the reactions of others, but on the certainty of divine law. You discover that the power of prayer is not in its broadcast, but in its depth, not in how many people hear it, but in how deeply your spirit knows it to be true. There is also another mystery here. Silence magnifies energy. The words you keep between yourself and God are concentrated, unscattered. The moment you release them unnecessarily into the air, that energy is dispersed. It is like pouring water into many cups when you needed it to be a mighty river. Silence gathers your faith into one stream, focused, powerful, unstoppable. Every answered prayer you have ever received carried this secret. When you look back, you will remember the moments you prayed quietly, without telling anyone, were the very moments God rewarded you openly. The promotion came, the healing manifested, the relationship restored. Why? Because you allowed the unseen forces to work without interruption. Therefore, let your prayers remain in the sacred chamber of silence. Speak them only to God, for His ear is the only ear that matters. Let others see the fruit, but never the fragile roots. Silence protects, multiplies, and sanctifies what the lips dare not reveal. Keep the source of your blessings hidden. Every blessing in your life is a river flowing from a divine fountain. Some blessings arrive through people, some through opportunities, some through sudden breakthroughs you never expected. But behind every visible channel is the invisible hand of God. It is He who sends, He who provides, He who multiplies, and there is wisdom wisdom in keeping the source of these blessings hidden. The world does not always celebrate with you. Where you see grace, others may see competition. Where you feel gratitude, others may feel envy. Not every eye is trained to look upon your abundance without distortion. Therefore the Spirit whispers, guard the source of your blessings. Keep it private. Keep it sacred. Imagine a spring of water hidden deep in the mountains. Because it is hidden, it flows pure and uninterrupted. But if you expose it carelessly, crowds may rush in, polluting it, draining it, and corrupting what was once pristine. So it is with the hidden sources of your life. If you announce every channel of your blessing, you invite contamination, interference, and distraction. The enemy of peace is exposure. Some things are weakened when they are revealed too soon or too freely. The light within you does not need to explain itself. It only needs to shine. The blessing in your hand does not need to be traced to its origin for it to be real. The source is God, and that is enough. When you keep the source hidden, you also train your spirit to look beyond the human vessel. Too often, people begin to idolize the channels of their blessings, jobs, individuals, institutions, forgetting that these are only instruments. By holding the source in silence, you remind yourself continually, my supply comes from God alone. The channel may change, but the source remains eternal. There is also divine strategy in secrecy. When Joseph was lifted in Egypt, he did not reveal every mystery of his dreams to everyone. When Nehemiah planned to rebuild the wall, he inspected the ruins at night, keeping his strategy hidden until the moment was right. The wisdom of heaven is clear. Reveal blessings in their fullness, not in their infancy. If you declare every step of how God provides, some will attempt to block. Some will attempt to claim. Some will attempt to poison. Not every hand that claps for you is clapping in truth. Not every smile hides goodwill. To protect the purity of your blessings, keep their origins between yourself and the giver. This silence is not secrecy born of fear. It is secrecy born of wisdom. A lamp shines without shouting. A rose blossoms without announcing its fragrance. A river flows without declaring its source. Let your blessings flow in the same way. Quiet, consistent, undeniable. When you hold the source in silence, you build a deeper connection with God. Gratitude becomes more intimate. Instead of telling the world, you kneel in worship. Instead of seeking validation, you pour thanksgiving at the altar of the unseen. And in this posture, heaven responds with more. The more you hide, the more he multiplies. Your abundance is a covenant, not a conversation. It is a holy trust, not a public spectacle. Protect it. Guard it, cherish it, for in silence blessings grow wings. Do not reveal your next move prematurely. The path of destiny is not always meant to be announced before it is walked. Life is a divine unfolding, a sacred script written by the hand of God himself. When he places a vision in your heart, it is not given for display, but for fulfillment. Too many dreams die in the cradle because they were exposed too soon. Your next move is like a seed planted in the soil of time. If you dig it up before its roots take hold, you weaken it, leaving it vulnerable to decay. So it is with your divine instructions. If you reveal them prematurely, you invite interference, criticism, and resistance before the plan has matured enough to withstand opposition. Every step you are about to take carries spiritual energy. It is the breath of God guiding your actions, arranging opportunities, and opening doors. But if you broadcast every step, you disperse that sacred energy into the atmosphere of doubt. People who cannot see what you see will unconsciously contaminate your vision with their fears and limitations. Silence becomes your shield. It creates an invisible wall between your destiny and the noise of the world. When you hold your next move quietly in your heart, you give space for divine timing to align circumstances. The world may not understand your silence, but heaven celebrates it. For silence is not emptiness, it is expectancy. It is power gathering itself before release. Look at the wisdom of Scripture. When Joseph shared his dream too early, his own brothers envied him and plotted against him. The dream was divine, but the timing of his disclosure was premature. It did not destroy the dream, but it prolonged the path. Had he kept silent, his journey might have been shorter, his suffering less severe. The lesson is timeless. Your next move is not for every year. The human mind often seeks validation. It wants others to confirm the vision, to cheer the plan. But divine visions rarely come with public approval. They come as whispers in the night, gentle impressions in the soul, known only to the dreamer. Protect these impressions until they are strong enough to be revealed, not as intentions, but as manifestations.
Consider the eagle. When it prepares to fly, it does not announce to the sky its next motion. It spreads its wings in silence and rides the wind. Let your next move be like the eagle, quiet, graceful, undeniable, once it happens. Even the greatest builders of history guarded their plans until they were complete. Walls were inspected at night, temples drawn in secret, blueprints hidden until the time of unveiling. The wisdom is eternal. Revelation belongs to completion. Until then, protect the mystery of your next step with silence. When you do not reveal your next move prematurely, you allow your spirit to remain anchored. Distractions cannot pull you. Opinions cannot sway you. Fear cannot paralyze you. Your energy remains focused on execution, not explanation. And in that focus, divine strength is multiplied. Guard the depth of your struggles. Every soul walks through valleys unseen by the world. The tears shed at midnight, the battles fought in silence, the storms endured within. These are not for every ear to hear or every eye to see. Your struggles are sacred classrooms, designed by heaven to refine you, not spectacles for others to analyze. The depth of your struggles carries mysteries only God fully understands. When you open them to careless listeners, you risk being judged instead of healed, ridiculed instead of comforted, misunderstood instead of embraced. Not every heart has the compassion to hold your pain with reverence. Some will misuse your vulnerability, turning your scars into weapons against you. Guard your struggles as you would guard a treasure chest, for hidden within them are divine lessons, spiritual muscles, and golden revelations. Your valley is not a place of shame. It is a place of transformation, but the transformation weakens if you hand your struggles over to those who cannot see their holy purpose. Silence in struggle does not mean isolation. It means discernment. Share your pain only with those God appoints, healers, mentors, true friends who carry the fragrance of compassion. The rest of the world does not need the full story of your midnight cries. Keep the sacred depth hidden and reveal only what is necessary when it is necessary. The soul grows stronger when it learns to wrestle in secret. Think of Jacob, who wrestled alone with the angel until dawn. His struggle was private, yet from it came a new name, a new destiny, a new strength. Had he invited spectators, the battle would have been weakened, the encounter diluted. Struggles of destiny require solitude. There is a holy alchemy in hidden struggles. What feels like breaking is often remaking. What feels like loss is often preparation. What feels like fire is often purification. But these truths cannot be explained to every ear. They can only be known by the one walking through the flame. This is why you must guard the depth of your struggles, because they are too precious to be misunderstood. Even nature teaches this principle. The caterpillar struggles inside its cocoon, hidden from sight. If that struggle were exposed or interrupted, the butterfly would never emerge. The secrecy of the struggle is what guarantees the beauty of the outcome. So it is with you. Your hidden tears water the soil of your destiny. Guarding your struggles also frees you from the need of constant sympathy. Sympathy may comfort for a moment, but it cannot heal. Healing comes from God, from inner strength, from divine grace. By keeping your struggles sacred, you place yourself directly in the hands of the eternal. Without distraction, without dilution, your struggles are not meant to be entertainment for others. They are holy transactions between your soul and your Maker. And when you guard them, heaven works in silence, turning wounds into wisdom, pain into purpose, and ashes into beauty. Never expose the secrets of your faith.
Faith is the most intimate possession of the soul. It is not simply belief. It is the invisible bridge between the human heart and the infinite power of God. When you receive a personal revelation, a divine assurance, or a sacred light that lifts your spirit, it is not always for public display. The secrets of your faith are treasures entrusted to you, pearls of eternity that must be guarded with reverence. Faith is a sacred fire. Within you burns a flame of faith. It glows quietly, illuminating your steps, guiding your choices, and strengthening your heart in moments of weakness. This flame is not meant to be exposed to every passing wind. If you display it carelessly, it may be mocked, doubted, or attacked by those who cannot understand. Faith, when ridiculed, may flicker, but when protected, it burns brighter, consuming doubt and fear until it becomes unshakable. Revelation is personal. There are moments when God speaks directly to your spirit. He may give you assurance of healing, of provision, of a destiny yet unseen. These revelations are sacred. They are conversations between Creator and creation. To expose them casually is to invite misunderstanding, for others may not share your spiritual frequency. They may dismiss what is holy, treating your sacred encounter as ordinary talk. Guard the secrets of your faith, for what is whispered to you in the secret place is designed for your growth, not for careless debate. The mystery of faith strengthens it. Faith thrives in silence. It deepens in the secret chamber of the heart. When you do not expose it, it grows roots beneath the surface, unseen but unshakable. This mystery magnifies its strength. A tree does not reveal the depth of its roots, yet those hidden roots allow it to withstand storms. In the same way, your hidden faith anchors you when the winds of life blow fiercely.
Not every ear is prepared. Some people live only by sight, not by spirit. They understand the tangible, but reject the invisible. If you share the secrets of your faith with them, they may dismiss you, laugh at you, or discourage you. They may project their unbelief into your heart, creating cracks in your conviction. For this reason, God whispers, "Never expose the secrets of your faith." They are pearls meant for the inner altar, not stones to be thrown before critics. Faith's rewards are visible enough. You do not need to expose the secrets of your faith, for its rewards will expose themselves. The healing, the provision, the breakthrough, the blessing, these are testimonies that shine brighter than explanations. Let your results speak. Let your transformed life declare what your lips never revealed. When others see the fruit, they will know the root without needing every detail. Not every ear can carry your truth. Truth is weighty. It is luminous. It is the essence of who you are, shaped by your journey, your struggles, your revelations, and your communion with God. Yet though truth is divine, not every ear is capable of carrying it. Some ears distort what they hear. Some hearts resist what they cannot understand. This is why wisdom teaches, be discerning with your truth, for not every listener is prepared for its weight. The fragility of sacred truth. Your truth is not just information, it is sacred experience. It carries emotions, lessons, and revelations that have transformed your being. When shared with those who cannot handle it, truth becomes fragile. They may twist it, judge it, or mock it. Instead of carrying it with reverence, they may trample upon it, leaving your spirit wounded. Protecting your truth is not hiding. It is honoring the holiness of what God has done in you. Discernment is protection. There is a difference between those who listen to understand and those who listen to gossip. There is a difference between those who hold your words as sacred and those who treat them as entertainment. Discernment is the shield that protects your truth from falling into the wrong vessels. Before you share, ask yourself, is this person appointed by God to carry this part of my story? If not, keep silent. Truth is meant for the right season.
Even when a person is worthy, timing matters. Some truths are seeds, and seeds must be planted in the right season. If you reveal your truth prematurely, the ground may not be ready, the soil may be too hard, and the seed may die. Silence allows the season to arrive. When the time is right, the truth will bear fruit without being forced. Truth is not always comfortable. Your truth may unsettle others. It may confront their illusions, challenge their beliefs, or expose their fears. Not everyone is ready to face that mirror. Some will reject it, not because it is false, but because it is too bright for their eyes. Sharing your truth with the unready can create unnecessary conflict and resistance. Protect it until you discern the heart that can receive it.
The example of the Master. Even the Master of Wisdom said, "I have many things to say to you, but you cannot bear them now." He understood that truth must be measured according to the strength of the listener. If Christ himself held back certain truths until the appointed time, how much more must we guard ours? Not every ear can carry the weight of divine revelation. Silence keeps truth pure. When you do not cast your truth before unprepared ears, it remains pure. It remains untwisted, untainted, untouched by misunderstanding. Truth, when preserved in silence, grows stronger within you. It refines your soul, deepens your wisdom, and shapes your destiny. Then, when the right listener comes, when the right moment arrives, your truth flows forth with clarity and power. Mystery strengthens divine power. The sacred power of mystery. Mystery is not weakness, it is strength concealed. What remains hidden gathers energy, like a river flowing underground, unstoppable and pure. The shield of the unspoken. When you keep divine things wrapped in silence, they cannot be polluted by doubt or envy. Mystery protects what the visible world cannot yet understand. Hidden growth. Every seed grows in darkness before it meets the sun. Your visions and blessings strengthen when kept in mystery, away from careless eyes, divine energy magnified. What is hidden becomes concentrated. Silence gathers power, while exposure disperses it. Mystery allows divine energy to build until the right moment of revelation. What you hide, God multiplies. The principle of concealment. What you hide in reverence is not lost. It is placed in the hands of God. Secrecy becomes the soil where multiplication begins. Heaven's law of increase. When blessings, prayers, and visions remain guarded, heaven breathes upon them, causing them to expand beyond measure. Protection before multiplication. Hidden things are safe from interference. God multiplies what you protect, just as harvest springs from seeds shielded beneath the earth. Divine abundance unveiled. Your hidden sacrifice, your secret prayer, your quiet faith, these are noticed by the Eternal. What is concealed in silence emerges multiplied in glory. The sacred is weakened by careless sharing. The fragility of the sacred. Sacred things carry divine weight, but when exposed to careless tongues, they lose their purity and strength. The power of reverence. What you handle with reverence retains its holiness. When you share without discernment, the sacred becomes common, and its power diminishes. Guarding what is holy. Some truths are altars, not conversations. When you share them loosely, you allow others to treat lightly what heaven has declared holy. Silence preserves strength. The sacred thrives in silence, guarded like a flame from the wind. What you protect remains strong. What you expose without care weakens. Silence is the shield of destiny. The role of silence. Destiny is a path written by God, and silence is its armor. Words unspoken protect the unfolding of divine timing, shielding against resistance. When plans and revelations are kept in silence, they are shielded from attack, misunderstanding, and premature judgment. Destiny's sacred unfolding. Every step of destiny matures in its own time. Silence shields the fragile stages until the fullness of manifestation appears. The strength of the quiet path.
Silence keeps focus sharp, energy intact, and purpose unshaken. It guards destiny from interference, allowing it to grow undisturbed. You have walked through divine wisdom today, learning that silence guards your prayers, that blessings are preserved when hidden, that your next move must be protected, that struggles are too sacred for careless ears, and that your faith secrets are treasures not to be scattered. You now know that not every ear can carry your truth, that mystery strengthens divine power, that what you hide God multiplies, that the sacred weakens when carelessly shared, and that above all, silence is the shield of destiny. This is the path of wisdom, the law of spiritual power. Guard it, live it, and watch heaven crown your silence with victory. This is where we unfold the timeless mysteries of God's Word and the eternal laws of life.